your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening, this is the 5FM Radio Main News, the headlines. Matambo calls for increased use of plea bargaining in criminal justice system. Mula slums and constitutional suspensions in PF. Referee and student manhunt in Iran protests. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia, and live on our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. Copyright Province Minister Elisha Matambo has urged the judiciary and all stakeholders in the criminal justice system to popularize the use of plea bargaining and intensify public sensitization of justice. Speaking during the ceremonial opening of 26 in Ndola, Copyright Province Matambo acknowledged the numerous challenges faced and other stakeholders. These include inadequate court infrastructure, limited funding, low staffing levels, and other operational constraints. He has assured the judiciary and departments involved in justice delivery that the government, under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, stands ready to provide the necessary support to ensure swift and effective justice. The minister also emphasized government's commitment to alternative dispute resolution mechanisms in criminal matters as a way of addressing delays in the justice system. He noted that ADR offers a quicker and more efficient approach to resolving disputes while also reducing the burden on courts. Mr. Matambo judiciary and justice sector stakeholders to embrace ADR mechanisms, including plea bargaining, to help litigants access timely and fair justice. He also congratulated the judiciary and stakeholders for achieving a 85.2% disposal rate of criminal cases, expressing confidence that the performance will further improve this year.
Consolidating the call to action for proper use of alternative dispute resolution mechanisms through plea bargaining to optimize access to justice. First of all, I must say that I'm thrilled to learn that in the year 2025, the Ndola High Court recorded a disposal rate of 85.2% criminal cases. This is remarkable, and it goes to show that controlling and deploying ADR mechanisms in criminal cases, which we embarked on in 2025.
Former Patriotic Front PF Secretary General Davis Mwila has described the current developments in the party as unfortunate, expressing concern over the manner in which members have been suspended from party positions. Speaking today during the Brown Munduwile Movement press briefing, Mr. Mwila said that some party members have been suspended using unconstitutional means at a time when the country is heading towards the general elections. He notes that with only 6 months remaining, the party is yet to hold a general conference to elect a substantive party president. Mr. Miller emphasizes that every party member has the right to participate in party elections, adding that whenever there is a leadership vacancy in the PF, all suspensions should be lifted to allow every eligible member to take part in the electoral process.
Give a position on what is prevailing in the party. But I want to say that in PF, when there is a vacancy of a president, we normally go to the general conference, going by Article 52 of our Constitution. And during that period, all the suspensions are lifted to allow everyone to participate in the elections. And what is happening in the party now, it is unfortunate that people are being removed
The Electoral Commission of Zambia (ECZ) has announced that it is in the final stages of preparatory work to undertake the delimitation of constituencies in line with the Constitution of Zambia, Amendment number 13 of 2025. ECZ Chief Electoral Officer Brown Kasaro says the delimitation exercise will be conducted with full stakeholder engagement and is expected to be concluded before the certification of the register of voters scheduled for 30th April 2026 in line with the Commission's 2026 electoral roadmap. Mr. Kasaro has said the Commission is treating the exercise with the urgency it deserves to ensure it is completed prior to the certification of the 2026 register of voters. He has added that the Commission will continue to inform and engage our stakeholders throughout the process and will provide timely updates as the exercise progresses. Government, through the Ministry of Home Affairs and Internal Security, has reaffirmed its unwavering commitment to transparency, accountability, and the welfare of public officers, following recent public commentary and media reports concerning the first ever countrywide issuance of national registration cards (NRCs) through mobile registration. In a statement, Ministry Principal Public Relations Officer Mwala Kalaluka said the 2025 countrywide mobile registration exercise was a deliberate and strategic government intervention aimed at ensuring that every eligible Zambian citizen is given the opportunity to acquire legal identity and fully participate in the forthcoming general elections. Mr. Kalaluka has explained that the nationwide exercise targeted the registration of over 3.5 million eligible citizens across all 156 constituencies, forming a critical pillar of Zambia's democratic and electoral preparedness. He has said that as part of comprehensive national planning, government mobilized personnel from across the civil service to support the registration and issuance of NRCs through mobile registration, often under demanding field conditions. Mr. Kalaluka has emphasized that government unequivocally reiterates that it cannot and will not abdicate its responsibility to honor obligations owed to officers who rendered this critical national service.
Transparency, accountability, and the welfare of public officers in light of recent public commentary and media reports concerning the first ever countrywide issuance of national registration cards (NRCs) through mobile registration, which was conducted between April and November last year. The 2025 countrywide mobile registration exercise was a deliberate and strategic government intervention aimed at ensuring that every eligible Zambian citizen is afforded the opportunity to acquire legal identity and fully participate in the forthcoming general election. The nationwide exercise targeted the registration of over 3.5 million eligible citizens across all the 156 constituencies and formed the critical pillar of Zambia's democratic and electoral preparedness. As part of comprehensive national planning, government mobilized personnel from the civil service to support the registration and issuance of NRC through mobile registration under often demanding field conditions.
The Cabo Municipal Council has announced that the council's fire brigade, led by leading firefighter Nawa Emmanuel, responded to a fatal road traffic accident along the Great North Road, approximately 2 kilometers from Tony's at 1947 hours. The accident involved a Scania truck head registration number 339CLA with trailer T780CAP driven by Mr. Mohammed Hassan, age 28, who was traveling from Lusaka to Kapirimposhi. The second vehicle was a Volvo truckhead registration number BCB 4443 with trailer AB3202T driven by Mr. Innocent Chowatana, age 45, who was traveling from Ndola to Lusaka with 4 people on board. Following the collision, 3 casualties were rescued and rushed to Kabwe General Hospital for medical attention. However, one victim sustained severe injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. Preliminary investigations indicate that the accident occurred after Mr. Mohammed Hassan lost control of his vehicle, causing it to collide with the oncoming Volvo truck. The fire brigade secured and salvaged the scene, while traffic police officers were also in attendance to manage traffic and conduct further investigations. Citizen First leader Harry Kalaba has expressed doubt over the implementation of the government's school feeding program, stating that the United Party for National Development UPND government talks a lot and questioning whether the program is a reality. Government has maintained that it is currently providing meals to over 4.6 million school children across the country under the school feeding program, which is aimed at improving school attendance and learning outcomes. The program is reportedly being implemented in 106 districts, benefiting more than 8,190 primary schools nationwide. Speaking rather on the Citizen First radio program on 5FM radio this morning, Mr. Kalaba said he remains unconvinced that the school feeding initiative is being effectively implemented. Despite his reservations, Mr. Kalaba wished all school-going children well as they begin the first term of the school year, expressing hope for their success.
Because nakwali government ilande chilandelande nini tukwete tubalande ifilelo mayelo bachitefi yo amalife takuli mulando wa ifi mulawushuni ifi so government is it wish your feeding program ngayachine na ngayachine so ile chilanshupa ukulanda pafinto veshiningi chatira chitika panto chat.
And in other news trending this evening, Education Minister Douglas Sialima this morning welcomed new Form 1 and Grade 10 learners who were accompanied by their parents at Kamwala Secondary School in Lusaka. Shirangandu United Party for National Development UPND aspirant candidate Robert Kapea has donated more than 100,000 kwacha to over 10 churches in the constituency, underscoring his commitment to supporting faith-based institutions as key partners in community development. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
In line with the presidential directive to construct solar-powered stations in all constituencies to generate at least 2 megawatts of electricity, Mitete Town Council has embarked on a process to identify, assess, and designate suitable land for the project. On 3rd December 2025, a team comprising Council Chairperson Martin Lukonga, Mitete District Commissioner Patrick Mikosa, Council Secretary Kennedy Kazanda, Town Planner Katongo Chileshe, and members of the traditional leadership conducted a site assessment in Mitete Central Ward. Following a thorough assessment, the team identified a 3-hectare parcel of land located approximately 2 kilometers from the ZESCO power grid and falling within the jurisdiction of Mitete Town Council. The identified site is not prone to flooding, has a flat and favorable orientation, and is free from physical features that could cast shadows on the proposed solar plant. Additionally, the land is clear of fauna, is not located near any historical site, and has no medium voltage transmission lines passing through it. The council says the identification of the site marks a significant step towards the implementation of the solar power project, which is expected to contribute to increased energy production and improved electricity supply in the area. And in foreign news, a referee and a student are among hundreds of people reportedly killed during massive anti-government protests in Iran. Coach Amir Mohammed Kukan, 26, was hit by live ammunition on 3 January during protests in the town of Neiz, his friend told BBC Persian. Everyone knew him for his kindness, they said, adding his family is grieving and angry because he was killed by the regime. 5 days later, student Rubina an Armenian, 23, was shot from behind during a protest in Tehran. According to human rights groups, she fought for things she knew were right, her uncle told CNN. Nearly 500 protesters and 48 security personnel have been killed in 2 weeks of protests, a US-based rights group says. And in sports news, the Zambia Swimming Union ZASU this weekend hosted a short course national age group swimming competition championship rather in Lusaka, attracting young swimmers from across the country. The event was graced by Olympian Daniel Shamambo and elite swimmer Jade Piri, whose presence inspired the next generation of Zambian swimming talent. Medals were awarded to outstanding performers in various age categories, highlighting the growing depth of the sport at grassroots level. National Olympic Committee of Zambia NOGCZ Secretary General Boniface Kambi attended the championships and commended ZASU for successfully bringing together swimmers who demonstrated discipline, commitment, and strong dedication to the sport. He noted that such competition plays a critical role in identifying and nurturing future national representatives. Meanwhile, in tennis, Zambia junior players were also in action at the ITF CAT Southern Africa Junior Championships in Gaborone, Botswana. The young athletes are using the regional tournament to gain valuable international exposure and competitive experience as they continue their development on the continental stage. Stand by for the weather report.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Southern, Western, Northwestern, Cape Verde, Luapula, Northern, Muchinga, Eastern, Central, and Lusaka provinces mainly cloudy, windy at times and mild with isolated rain and occasional thunder. Ends our weather report, and that brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. Copperboard Province Minister Elisha Matambo has urged the judiciary and all stakeholders in the criminal justice system to popularize the use of plea bargaining and intensify public sensitization on the benefits in the delivery of justice. Former Patriotic Front Secretary General Davis Muila has described the current developments in the party as unfortunate, expressing concern over the manner in which members have been suspended from party positions. And finally, a rearmed student are among hundreds of people reportedly killed during massive anti-government protests in Iran. For more news, follow us on Facebook 5FM Radio Zambia and subscribe to our YouTube channel 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy Hour of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Enjoy the rest of the evening.